Hi, my name is Tuli and today I will talk you through our onboarding feature. You can use it to onboard your new hires directly in your Teamtailor platform. Let's have a look. To start using our onboarding feature, you will firstly need to create some templates for you to use. We can create these templates in your company settings by clicking the company name and settings. Your onboarding templates will then exist under the templates tab here on the left-hand side. What you can do first is to set up a basic onboarding setting, which means that there will be a welcome message that all candidates will receive whenever they first get entered into onboarding. From there, you will have the opportunity of creating multiple different kinds of templates that can all be used within one onboarding. For example, maybe you have a generic one for your HR department that's going to be sent out to all of the employees, and then maybe there are some more department-specific templates that you're going to be sending individually to candidates. To create a new template, you would simply need to click here onto the pink plus button. However, I will click onto an existing one so that we can see a little bit better how it actually looks like here. Firstly, you will need to start by giving your template a name. Then you can choose which users are going to be accessing this, and these are the users that are going to be a part of the onboarding. You can also choose to add a group if you have created them and would like to add multiple people at once. Next, you will get to choose what kind of messages you would like for these candidates to receive through the onboarding. Firstly, you can also select if you would like for this to be sent out to their personal email or maybe to their work email. You then can set up some scheduling settings. We can choose for these messages to be sent out some days before the start days, some days after the start date, or maybe some days after the onboarding has been started. You can also then choose to skip weekends. Next, you can also create some forms that you can use to get some additional information from your candidates. For example, here I have created one to get some insights on what t-shirt size they have, so I can send them maybe some personalized merch. You can also assign some to-dos for both your team members to do, as well as for the candidate to do. For example, candidate can be reminded of reading the code of conduct, and we can be reminded of preparing some IT equipment for the candidates. Lastly, you also have the opportunity of then adding those documents that candidates can then read, for example, the code of conduct in here. When we move a candidate to the hired stage, we will then be able to utilize those onboarding templates by simply clicking here to start onboarding. You will firstly get to set up when this onboarding is going to start. Then you can choose who the onboarding manager is going to be, what location this candidate is going to be working at, as well as maybe if we have created a work email for them. There will then be your welcome message displayed in here that we have just set up in the settings, as well as you can select all the templates that you would like to utilize from here. Lastly, if you would like to highlight some of the candidate's future colleagues, you can add them from here. When we click to start onboarding, we can also view the onboarding by just clicking here. We will then be able to see the progress that this candidate is currently doing with all the tasks that we have assigned to them. Once you have some ongoing onboardings, you will be able to find all of them under your onboardings tab in here. You can then see who their onboarding manager is, when the start date is, as well as how much progress they have made. If you click one of the onboardings open, you can also see the exact tasks that this specific candidate has done, as well as perhaps some tasks that maybe you should still be doing. You can then just tick them off from here once a task has been done. If during the onboarding you realize that maybe you have forgotten to add a form or you need to add a new task, you can do so by clicking on the three dots in here. Here you can find some additional options for things that you can add. Inside a candidate's card, once they have been sent out to the onboarding, you will also be able to keep track of the progress that they are making. It will be listed here on the left-hand side under the onboarding tab. And you can easily from here again navigate to the other view that we were just in before. When the candidate receives your onboarding invitation, the message will look something like this. From here, they can simply then just log into their onboarding dashboard. On this onboarding dashboard, they will firstly, of course, see your welcome message, as well as when they scroll down, they can see some details of the onboarding, such as when it's about to start, what tasks they should be doing, what forms they maybe should be filling in, as well as what documents they may have to read. Thank you for watching. Hope you now feel that you can provide a positive employee experience for your new hires. And remember that if you have any questions, you can always reach out to our support via the chat button in your platform. Happy recruiting!